Hello, and welcome to Gaston Spotlight. I'm your host, James Baker, and today's special guest is Recinda Green. So, Recinda, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I am married for 37 years in June, and I have one son, and we live in Gastonia. I work for Claremont Regional Medical Center as a heart failure nurse navigator, and I have been writing music since I was 17. I wrote my first song for my wedding, and I sing at Crossroads Community Church. I help lead worship. I don't perform anywhere other than at church and on Facebook. That's what I do, and my music is my therapy. I work as a heart failure nurse navigator, but I also have heart failure, and my music is my therapy for me and my outlet, so that's why I do it.
So, being a guitar player myself, what's your, if you had to choose, would you prefer singing or playing an instrument?
If I had to choose singing or playing an instrument, singing. Singing comes natural to me because I hear the music in my head, and then I have to find the notes on the guitar or the piano. So music naturally, I can hear it in my head before I go to the guitar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't have professional training. I've had a little bit of professional training with the guitar, maybe like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I've learned most of it on my own. And I had about a year training with the piano. So I think most of it comes, I say, inspired from God. And it's a gift. And and the words, I don't know where the words come from. Something happens in my life, and then I write it down. And I can write a song pretty quick. I don't know how it happens, but it just happens. So I say it's a gift, and then I put it down on paper.
So you mentioned that you're a nurse. What's it like working in healthcare?
Today it's a little different. I used to do bedside nursing. Now I work from home. When COVID came, they pulled me out because of all of my health conditions and for my safety. So I'm remote at this time, and I have to do education over the phone, which is a little different, but it's doable. And then there's a lot of barriers that you have to overcome, but it's for safety precautions for everyone that we do continue our education to patients because it's important. So it's different now, but we are able to reach patients still and provide education to them. It's different aspects.
So you mentioned you're somewhat new to playing guitar, but I'm sure you've been singing for quite a while. How many other instruments do you know how to play?
The piano. I can play the piano. And I've picked up, my husband built a doser hammer. He built it from wood. He makes wood. He does woodworking. And I'm trying to learn it. It's a little different.
Yeah.
But it has the same chords as the piano. It's just having the time to get in there and learn everything.
Yeah.
And I have some harmonicas, but I haven't really got into those quite a bit. So.
Well, with any instrument, it takes time. The best advice I give to people all the time is just keep going, don't give it up, because some people will pick it up and then they'll throw it in a closet and forget about it for years.
Which is what I did initially. I have several guitars, but over the past 2 years, I got sick a couple of years ago with COVID, and I've been sick twice with COVID, and because of COVID, I decided to not give it up. and to keep using my voice. I lost my voice a couple times, and it inspired me to keep trying and not put it down. Since COVID came, I've written a bunch of songs, and I put it on Facebook, and hopefully, inspire others, help others to keep fighting.
So I know you say you play more folk and gospel music. Which is kind of like your favorite genre to play in?
Probably folk music, because it comes from the heart and it tells stories, my stories, and hopefully they will help other people. I like to talk about things that are real. My husband he inspires me a lot. Some things are good, and I talk about things that happen, to me in my life, and he says that I inspire him a lot, and it's just talk about life.
So are you the only one that kind of plays, or does he play anything?
No, he just woodworking. He does beautiful woodworking, but he does not play any instruments. My son, he used to play the saxophone.
Oh, that's cool.
Not the saxophone, the trumpet. He used to play the trumpet in school.
Still cool.
Yeah.
So as far as like playing in between playing instruments, making music, and nurse, like, how do you balance all that?
I have a music room upstairs, and music room, art room. I like to paint too, and I like to do flowers. I like to plant flowers, grow herbs, plant flowers. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
And very healing.
Most art is, because it's a form of expression.
Yeah, and if I'm upset, or even if I feel good, it's very healing. And on my worst days, I go upstairs and make the time, even if I don't feel like it. And I have bad knees, and I have to climb those stairs, and it makes me exercise. To go up those stairs. So it just inspires me. I have arthritis, so it's very therapeutic for my hands. I just, I can't stop doing it. And sometimes I do it till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but, it's a love that I have, and I just love doing it.
So what songs are you going to be playing for us today?
Moments in Time, which is about when you meet someone and you have a moment where you look at them, you want to ask them a question, and sometimes you don't ask them that question. You want to ask them how they're doing. Sometimes you say, I'm fine, but you really aren't fine. And then that moment passes by. That's what inspired that song. And the other song that I'm singing is about my heritage, about my grandfathers and my father and my mother.
I'm your host, James, and this is
Recinda Green.
Let's listen to some music.
Do I ask the right question when you come around? Do I say what you want me to say even when I'm feeling down, so down? You don't even know what I'm thinking, really thinking deep inside. It's what happens to that moment when you don't ask me what's on my mind. What happens to that moment in time? Silence of words, moments in time, spinning around, clouding my mind. that moment, that moment, that moment in time. Sunsets and sunrise, moon glows at night, high and low tides, walks along the beach at night. Moments we don't reveal because of all the hurting inside. What happens to that moment pass us by in our lives? What happens to that moment in time? Silence of words, moments in time, spinning around, clouding my mind. Silence of words, moments in time, spinning around, clouding my mind. What happens to those moments, those moments, those moments in time? Moments in time. My grandfather, he was a sharecropping man, raised 10 kids, barely kept them all fed. My mom, she was one of them, and I know her life was rough. Nothing came easy, but they never did give up. No one in my family privileged poor, but they had love. That's my family, and I'm proud where I come from. That's my heritage, and I'm proud of who I am. A daughter of a sharecropper's daughter who worked the fields with his hands, with his hands. My other grandfather, he had a gentle side, labored for many, always doing his best with his time. I met a stranger once who knew him very well. He shared a story with me how he labored, cleaned his tools real well. He was a farmer too, and my dad labored just the same. That's my family, and we bear the Taylor name. That's my heritage, and I'm proud of who I am. A daughter of a working man's daughter, always working for the other man, the other man. My Father in heaven, we all know him well. He's loved me forever, knows me better than myself. His kingdom's the only one I really care about. All the others will soon pass away without a shadow of doubt. That's the one I've entered in. Daughter of Jesus, and I'll claim him until the very end. Until the end. Until the end. Until the